I've just noticed that I forgot to film the intro to this video, so here goes. Well, we're finally building the N55 engine because we have most of the parts. Now, before building it, we had to take it off the stand. And yeah, I'll let a day older but still wise and all-knowing Matt explain why. Everything has been cleaned up. Now we'll be putting the new gasket and a used sump. Actually, I have to check how the hell do you lock the crankshaft, because maybe I don't need to put the sump back on. Yeah, let's start with that. So we've been looking at the engine and how to lock the crank. Now the crank is in top dead center. What we didn't do is leave the flex plate on, and this is the flex plate, and it has a hole here. And wouldn't you know it, once you put it on here, there is a small plastic pin here, which I assume you pull out like that. I'll break it. Anyways, my assumption is I pull this out. We'll have to take this back on. As I said, this will then align with this hole because there is a centering hole up here. Once you put that, you can see it goes up here. As I said, the crank is in top dead center, and if I'm seeing it correctly, this hole should about align with this one, which means I could use a tool, which I lost now. Damn. Anyways, what I'm assuming is I'll be able to place this here, and this should come out like here, and it should, in theory, yep, I think it will lock the flex plate in place. Well, now that you know why we did this, the flex plate is basically back on. We just need to torque the screws, 6 screws, and as I was suspecting, you can see it locked in place. So that's how you lock the crankshaft on N55 engine when you're doing the timing chain change. As you can see, top dead center. And you can see we've been busy little bees, cleaning all the cylinders, all the pistons, all the surrounding area, and I can tell you, as I said when I opened the... I need to get some light for you. Well, I don't know how much you can see, but all the cylinder walls are like that. Like perfect, so that's a good thing. Also, we've removed the crank hub. Good luck removing that. I think it's something like 8 Newton plus 270 degrees, and it holds on tight. But what I'm going to do now is, well, put the newly worked head on. Oh, wait. I just remembered. I haven't shown you the state of the head.
Watch this, watch this.
What we'll be doing now is taking off the valves, springs, valve retainers, and, well, everything else that's still on this head because it's going in the bin. All the exhaust valves are out, all the intake valves are out, and the springs and the retainers and the clips and everything. Anyways, we need to take this off. We need to take this sensor off, and I think that's everything that's salvageable from this set. And then we can scrap this one, and then we can use this one. So you're wondering why we took out the valves, because, well, this does look shiny new from up here. It's hiding a nasty damage. So basically, cylinder 1 is bollocks, but nothing the machine shop cannot fix. A bit of welding here, a bit of grinding, then machining, exchanging the valves. That's why we are taking these Once off, we'll be using them. Resurfacing the head. Should be good to go. And all in all, well, why did we buy this crappy head when we had a crappy head? Well, because this one was very cheap. Basically for 400 or 500 euro we'll have a used head. We then have to work on the valves and everything, but I think I'll just have a machine shop do it. So anyways, we'll see. For now we have a head. As you've seen in the last video, block and everything on the lower part is okay. So let's go on with the build. So this is what was once busted cylinder 1. Still not perfect. You can see a bit of scratching here, and it's not perfectly shaped, this one. But it's even better because now it doesn't have sharp edges, which is, to be honest, the better solution. Maybe I should have had all the cylinders, all the bolts done like that. Anyways, this is now done, and even though I planned on doing some head work myself, I didn't. So the head is straightened up, all the valves have been checked, all the seats have been machined, free-angle job, and yeah, the head is ready to go on the car. Now, as I said, machine work in Croatia is not that expensive, but then again, I didn't only get the cylinder 1 fixed, I had all the head fixed, which meant it was, I think, 650, 670 euros. So all in all, with all the shipping and everything, 895 euro for the head, which is, as I said, all the valves clean, all the seats done, all the valves done, head straightened up. So still a very good price. Now it's time to throw that back on the car. Nope, back on the block. And then we are about to put the camshafts back on. That will be a nice job. Anyways, let's start with this. Okay, the head gasket is on. Look at the Rhines. N55. And the thing about this gasket, well, the thing about it is that it's a thicker version, which is 1.5 millimeter, while the stock one is 1.2, and this is 1.5, yeah. Anyways, that should give a tiny increase in compression ratio, which is always good for higher boost engines. That's ready to go. Now we clean up the head a bit. I mean, it's clean. We just wipe it off, so the mating surfaces are perfectly clean. And the head goes on. Da-da-dum, da-dum, do-da-do-dum. Alrighty then, all the bolts have been torqued up with the impact gun. Just fucking kidding. 30 newtons for these one. These are 25, like something like that. Unimportant. We'll do them later. 30 newton for all of these. Then 90, then 180. And as I said, you are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you go 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. So, as I said, from the inside towards the outside, let's torque them up to 30 newtons. All done to 13. I don't have a angle measuring tool, so yeah, that's it's always a happy process. But if you do it like this, so that was another 90, as you've seen there. I've messed up the order a bit, but yeah. Anyways, now we have to do them 180. And that will be fucked up. And this 180 will be up. As I said, 120 newtons. And this is it. All we have to do is do this for up 25 newtons. Anyways, I wouldn't recommend you do it this way, but I always like to half-ass things. So, yeah. And as you've seen, most of them clicked at 12 newtons, except the smaller ones, and one or two here. But they are basically at 120 newtons. So very tight head. Shouldn't go anywhere. If it does, we'll do it again. You know how we do it on this channel. Do it twice or you didn't do it. So far all the lifters are in, on the other side too. And now we're putting the intermediate shaft. With this you have to watch out. They are labeled 1, 2, 6. So yeah, I will put them in. And then I have to remember how we managed to... I don't know. So the Valvetronic motor is in and the intermediate shaft is in. Couldn't find the torque specs for this ones. They are about 25 newtons and spins quite freely, so hope it will be okay. Well, now we get to the tricky part. So we put this thingies on. As you can see, there's a nozzle spraying oil, I think. You have one longer bolt here. So this is how you put it together. Just needs to come in here. And now this intermediate lifter thingies. You don't tighten this all up. You've put them in. Now you can see this lower part goes down here and goes like this. This will be driven by the camshaft. This is driven by the intermediate shaft, adjusting for Valvetronic, and that's it. That's how you put them in. You need to put 2 on each side and then tighten it up. And again, I cannot find, but it's around 10 newtons. Something small because it's a small bolt. I don't have the exact spec. Well, they have all been fitted to their place. As I said, now we're putting in the camshaft. Again, they are marked. 1, I think actually this one is 0. So 1, 2, this one is 3, this one is 4, 5, 6. Alright, camshaft is in. And now if you remember, we had a damaged bolt, so we made a new one, which looks almost exactly as the old ones. Anyways, bolted up to 25 newtons. I hope that's correct. I'll have to check it out again. I just don't know. Now we are moving to springs. And yeah, we don't have a tool for springs, so I'll show you how you can try and do it. Hopefully we'll be able to make it. And I think we'll start from the middle going outwards. Oh yeah, exhaust camshaft we bought. It will fit. I'll be missing some bolts because these 3 were broken and I didn't receive the bolts, so we do have those, to be honest. Also, this has to be in a position like this. That way the valves open the least. Other way around, it was pretty hard to get this on because, well, that position, valves open the most. As you can see, it's a lot easier to put this on. So yeah, learn on my mistakes, don't learn on your mistakes. And another one, this spring needs to go on before this oil nozzle, because once the oil nozzle is on, you cannot get the spring on. So spring first, oil nozzle later. It's beginning to look a lot like engine. I think, oh, this is also on. So yeah, all that's left in this video is for me to show you how to put these springs back on without a special tool. And boy oh boy. Yeah, but for now I'm going to put these fellows back on just to avoid doing these springs. Yeah, it's too dark to see. It's getting dark to see. I don't know why I'm in singing mood, but whatever. The fact of the matter is, I cannot torque down the camshaft with these shits on. So yeah, I need to find the torque specs. Let's go do some research. I just had no luck finding the exact torque specs. If someone has them, if I find them out later, I'll write them down in the description. If someone else has them, please write them down in comments. But for now, they are torqued up to 25 newtons. I believe they are around 20. Size of the bolt, strength of the bolt, 20, 30 max. So went with the middle ground, 25. Also with these. So yeah, this is what it is. Camshafts spin freely. This one I didn't try too much because one piston is up and the other piston is up, so spinning it freely without a chain, yeah, I don't have to tell you about it. Anyways, we're putting back the chambers, then the springs, and that's it for now. This is the last spring. As you can see, we've put some of them all on already. First we'll put it in its tabs here. Oops, no, not here. How did you get in there? So, tabs like that. All right, now it's in the position. We need 2 small tabs like these, which we will be placing right here, just to get some leverage. Then, do we have a smaller spanner? So this one is making problems. Just use some like that. Place a spanner inside it. Another spanner on the other side. Pull it through other ones just to, well, get some more leverage in it. Put the bolt in, otherwise the tab will move and you won't be able to place it. But be sure that the bolt is straight before you start to. So now it's straight on this side, straight on this side, and you can do it up. But the spring again fell out. I think it's because this one is too thin, this rod. Last time we did it with a thicker rod, it was a better fit. Anyways, 5 or 6, maybe even more. Almost half of the bolt is in, that's okay. We don't want too much tension on it. We'll pull this out. Well, as you see, the other one is in place. It's in its tab and everything is fine, as it should be. But this one fell out, so we'll just push it like that. And now it's in its tab. It's holding tightly, that's it. All we need to do now is tighten this bolt up securely.
But we have to remove these.
I think it's, oof, yeah.
Before tightening.
We should have removed this 2 tabs before we tightened the bolt, but okay. Now this one went a bit too much under it. It should move out slightly like that. And just remove the tab like that. And we do this up to 15 newtons. And that's it. As you've seen, it's doable without a tool. It's not easy, you'll need a helper, but the tool is very expensive, so yeah, we saved a bunch of money. And now we have only 2 more left to do. And we are basically done with this set. All the springs are in their place. They have tabs which they need to fit down here. It's crazy how much they fell out. Anyways, if you're doing this without a special tool, take your time. Don't be nervous, just play with them and you'll get them in place. If you're doing it with a tool, well, probably the same. As I said, for today, this is it. Tomorrow, yeah, I know, my hair looks like shit. Tomorrow, we are doing the timing chain. And since we don't have these 3 bolts and I don't know where I'll get them, we'll just place the valve cover up on it so it doesn't get a lot of garbage and debris inside. For now, this is it. If you enjoyed this one, well, please give it a like. We did it for you, to give us your like. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, feel free to comment down below. And if you are interested in if this engine will ever run or not, why not subscribe? Anyways, as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!